Welcome to the morning after week 7 here in the CFFL. We'll get right away into the action and I'll try a new feature here this week. First of all, week 7 saw the Badgers fall to the Dingoes 79-74. Close game there. Badgers, Jahmyr Gibbs went crazy, um, as he has the ability to do, but not enough to take down the Dingoes. Cardinals take down the Colts in a game sort of like the one we just talked about previously. It's sad that both teams one of them had to lose because they both had good weeks. Those were 4 of the 5 highest, and myself and Josh were the 2 highest scorers of the week. Um, Cardinals, another injury during the game with Mike Evans thought it would cost me, but luckily JSN had a good day for me. Jalen Warren, Jonathan Taylor continues an absurd pace in fantasy for the Colts, but not enough for him as they fall 91-89, more or less. Dr. Dane takes down TNT Dynamite, 72-57. Team Price is Right take down Little Big Men, 66-52. Minotaurs pick up their first win of the year. They move to 1-6. They take down the Bruisers 77.5 to 66.82, and a low scoring game saw the Maulers take down the Horn Dogs 57.31 52.57. Injuries looking like they might be a little too much this year for the Horn Dogs. Saquon has not played well. That's kind of hurt him. Maulers get by with a win there in a not a high scoring week. Quick look at the all play records. Dingoes right now are still dominating 58-19. So 2/3 of the time, 3/4 of the time they'll win. Their Mauler is solid. Dynamite and Bruisers next. I've had a bit of a run. I was terrible a couple weeks ago, but now the last couple weeks I've gone like 21-3 or 20-3, whatever it would be. No, but yet 19-3 must have been. So that helps me out to make me look respectable at least. There's a group of us all in the middle there, from about the Little Big Men to the Dynamite, that are all really close and could flip in one week. Minotaur struggling, Horn Dogs really struggling right now. Might be able to turn it around yet there, but 4-3 record, not representative of the season so far, but there's still time. Get some guys healthy and Saquon performing. He should be able to make a move. Finally, going to try a new feature here. Draft Redo. Just kind of looking at some of the so far the best and worst picks. Myself, RJ Harvey pick has been terrible. The rookie running backs as a whole, I shouldn't say that. A lot of them have been bad. Travion's been bad. Bashal Tutin's not been good. Jaden Blue wasn't good. Somebody else coming up here, looking in the 4th round, also was not good. Genty's not been good. Omarion Hampton's not been good due to injury. So crazy. Judkins has been solid for me, but JSN's been amazing in the 5th round. The Little Big Men, T. Higgins been disappointing mostly because of the Burrow injury. Scadaboo's been way exceeding my expectation. I didn't expect that out of him. Great college player. With his offseason injuries, didn't expect that, so really good for him. Dynamite's been pretty solid through the first couple rounds, but Jaden Reed's been a big bust through the first couple weeks. J.K. Dobbins has been a really surprise pick. I did not think that'd be a good pick to start the year, probably because I drafted Harvey, but I didn't think they'd use him. They signed him so late, but he's been a really solid number 2 running back this year. Genty hasn't been horrific. I guess actually he has. One awesome week. The rest have been terrible. Disappointing. Still time to turn around, but the Raiders are pretty bad. Jake Ferguson, the 13th round has been awesome, mostly because of CeeDee Lamb's injury, but it looks like he's going to continue to get touchdowns. Can't complain about that as a 13th round pick. Travion Henderson, another one of those rookie running backs, has been awful in the 4th round. Possibly worse than RJ Harvey. But it doesn't really matter. They've both been bad. Emeka Egbuka in the 7th was a great pick, especially now with the injuries to the Bucks. He's looking like number one fantasy receiver and a number 1 there. Kenneth Walker for Team Price's Right's been disappointing as he's got probably the lesser share of a backfield by committee. Javonte Williams, though, has way exceeded that. He's been awesome for the Cowboys. Terry McLaurin, I think he's played a game. He might play this week, they say. So yeah, that's been a bad one. Guys who hold out never usually do well. Roma Dunze, though, has been really good. The last couple weeks haven't been as good, but he's still kind of the alpha there in the Bears. Lad McConkey, he's the 3rd receiver in the Not San Diego. I say that all the time. For the Chargers, they're throwing more due to the injury to Hampton, but not great this year for him as he seems to be definitely behind Johnston and Keenan Allen. Patrick Mahomes, I don't know if you've heard of this guy. He's had heck of a year this year for the Chiefs, looking, and he's been the number one fantasy quarterback for the first time in like 5 years ish, 4 years maybe. Minotaurs, Tyreek, he wasn't great. Even I didn't want to put any injuries down here, but he wasn't great before the injury. The injury obviously made that terrible. The 10th round, we had Keenan Allen, really good pick there. And I know some of you out there wanted to veto a trade because you thought I got screwed over in the deal. Because I traded a guy who had 3 touchdowns and was a decent number two receiver. Gets a lot of targets, gets a lot of red zone targets. Because I traded him and a backup running back for a guy on the Jets I thought would maybe be good, even though the Jets have the worst offense in the league and he hasn't scored a touchdown yet. So I appreciate you guys, Dane and Griff, wanting to help me out and try to veto that trade. Hold on 1 second. Oh, actually, you wanted to veto it because you thought I was screwing somebody else? Really, that's kind of funny, guys. Yeah, because Brees Hall has been terrible, and I took an upside swing against a guy who's been pretty darn good and gets a lot of targets every week. So yeah, I don't know what you guys are watching. Not so good there. But yeah, that's kind of dumb on your part. So sorry about that, but yeah, not real smart. Anyway, back to the show. The Horn Dogs taking Saquon in the first round. I would have expected maybe injuries, but he's just been ineffective, and the Eagles have been ineffective. Devontae Adams was a great pick. The time I thought so, even proving it now even more. The Colts taking Jameson Williams in the sixth. He had a couple injuries. Jameson, though, has been a dud. I took him in the other league too. He's done nothing. Jonathan Taylor, great pick in the second. Right now, the fantasy MVP by far, having the best fantasy season I can remember. In multiple touchdowns a week. 3 this week I thought was going to beat me. I did not, thank God. Um, Dr. Dangerous, Chase Brown in the second looked like a maybe a bit of a reach, but an upside reach at the time. But he's been horrific. Um, the Burrow injury hurt there, but he's been bad. Did have maybe a good week this week. Maybe is the turning point there for him. In the sixth round, Debo maybe looked like a bit of a reach at the time, but he's been the number one for the Commanders when he's played. So he's been good. All right, that'll be the show this week. Thank everybody for tuning in. Best of luck this week, except Team Price is Right. Probably going to win this week. I have a lot of guys on bye, and I see you don't. I don't think I have anybody major on bye. So that's gonna be trouble for me. But you never know. Who knows? It's fantasy. It's goofy. It's weird. All right. Thanks for tuning in. See you in a couple weeks. Bye.